So many lightsabers to add to my collection.
Hey, what's happening, everyone? I'm SirJames coming at you guys with another video, and hopefully you guys are doing well, because today is a perfect opportunity to give you guys a lightsaber review. I know it's been a while since I've used those words, but I did state that I was taking a break from the lightsaber videos, and well, today is a perfect opportunity to give you guys my review on the Sabertrio Vektra Lightsaber. In fact, I don't just have one, I have two of them, which means, yes, you guessed it, these two sabers will be combined a little bit later on in today's video. And so before we continue on, I do also want to let you guys know that besides the Hot Toys Remnant Stormtrooper, I also have the Hot Toys Mandalorian in as well, and he's currently on display right here, and I'll be providing a review on him hopefully sometime this week, give or take, depending on how things go. So anyways, what I want to go ahead and start with is a little bit of an important information, just so you guys are aware, for anyone who is interested in purchasing a Sabertrio lightsaber. Let me just make sure my info is correct here so I'm not misleading anything. So on August 31st, which I assume this video will probably be posted on that day a little bit earlier than normal, is that Sabertrio is going to be reopened again with a ready-to-ship sale. Basically what that means, instead of picking and choosing a lightsaber that you want and having to wait 2 to 3 months until you get your product, a ready-to-ship sale means basically you buy something on the spot of whatever selection you choose in the ready-to-ship sell section, of course. And what's going to happen is that your saber will ship out within 5 days. So rather than wait 2 to 3 months, you'll be waiting as much as, I don't know, 7 days, basically less than 2 weeks. That's a really good time frame. If you really hate waiting for a long period of time, a ready-to-ship sale is going to be a perfect opportunity for you. And before we kind of go over some of their other options, let me go ahead and give you guys a closer look at these two hilts. Like I said, the hilt here is the Sabertrio Vektra. From the small selection of hilts that they have to offer, I would say the Vektra is probably my favorite looking hilt out of their selection. The close second, I would have to say, I don't know, maybe the thin neck, but it's kind of a maybe, as like I'm really, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm pretty picky when it comes to the lightsabers, especially the designs of them. But the Vektra one here, I thought would be perfect to have as a double-bladed lightsaber. And honestly, it does not disappoint one bit. So these two do have a different finish. I do want to thank the two different people that I bought these from, because since I didn't buy them directly from Sabertrio, but I've heard great things about the company in general, so it's worth checking them out when they reopen. Is that the shinier one here I actually got from a user named Cooper, so thank you for that. And the other one, I don't remember if he gave me permission to use his name, so I'll just kind of leave his name out of it. If he does, I'll add it in somewhere. But here is the first one. Between the two finishes here, I really like this one, which we'll go over into detail in just a moment. So over here on the front, you have your main power button here. And then on the other side, there's a little smaller button here, which will be your secondary. Of course, you hold that down, you can go into the Cfx menu, which, by the way, if you guys are kind of curious, and I forgot to mention this, for the ultimate section, which is the $500 portion of their hilts here, is that they only use CFX, so there's no Profi board option. So it's a little bit weird for me to jumping back into the CFX portion, but just want to let you guys know, again, if you choose the $500 option, you will get a NeoPixel blade, depending on what options you want for the blade size, between 36 as the longest to, I believe, 24-inch as the shortest. And then again, CFX will be the main heart and soul of the saber. But once again, here is the hilt itself. And then here is another one with a little bit of a different finish. I didn't realize when I bought these had two different finishes on it, which honestly, it doesn't really bother me when they're connected as a staff. And of course, gives me a little bit of diversity and kind of gives you guys a nice look at kind of two different finishes here, depending on what you want to go for. Do you want a little bit more of a shinier chrome to it, or do you want much more of a subtle brush metal finish to it? Which honestly, I like the subtle look more compared to the shinier one, but everyone's different. Now, what's really cool about the actual hilt itself too is that along these little bottom sections here, And these sections here is that when there is a blade in it, as you guys could see my hand through it, is that you will actually see a light seeping through that, which is pretty neat. So it's got a nice little window display, if you will, on here. And also too, they do have options as an add-on purchase if you want to get a little NeoPixel blade plug here to put in your hilt, or you could just stick with something different. And let's see, let me go ahead and give you guys a look in terms of how you access your stuff in terms of charging and whatnot. You just basically unscrew the pommel section here, which I forgot to mention, these only use the CoverTech wheel. There's no D-ring option, at least on this one. I'm not sure about their other designs. But anyways, you pop this down here. There is a recharge port, which a cable is provided. And they actually do provide you guys with all kinds of different plugs. So if you have like a European plug, US, or whatever other plug styles there are, you do get like a multi-plug system to use. You have your speaker right here. And if you bring this out a little bit more and flip it over, there is your CFX board, and your little SD is going to be down here. So you can go ahead and pop that out carefully and then go ahead and add fonts or whatever it is that you want to go ahead and do. And then here is a connector. And then on the connector, you do have that little screw in there. So when you connect both hilts together, you can go ahead and make sure you make your alignments perfectly. We're just going to kind of prep this one ahead of time. Alright, so before I put a blade in, I wanted to kind of go ahead and share with you guys what kind of options they have by default from the, like if you weren't participating in the ready to ship sale. If you guys are kind of curious, because I did mention the price, $500, you don't have to spend that much. If you want to help specifically something simple and not have to spend an arm and a leg, they do have these options here. For the $200 price range, which these do come with blades, by the way, is they have the Stunt Saber option. I believe the Stunt Saber is just a light up, no sound, or maybe there is sound. I would have to kind of cycle through all the information here, but it's $200 and it would use AAA batteries, which is a good option, especially if you're looking for something simple. And if you go to like a convention, I think the battery option is a good one because you could change out the batteries versus the recharge option, which is the next one, and that is the rechargeable Stunt Saber. Honestly, between the two, save yourself that $34. You can use that money for batteries and go for the battery option if that's your desired. The next one is the FX Saber. This says this is their mid-tier configuration recommended for those who are new to custom sabers. Honestly, CFX is a user-friendly board in this case. It's not like a Profi board. Profi board is not so user-friendly. CFX is extremely user-friendly and easy to learn. So if you are going to spend that extra money, you might as well go for that. And which will lead us to the Neo Saber option, $499. That's the ultimate configuration. But I just want to kind of let you guys know what your options are out there. The other cool thing too is that for their lightsaber blades, not only can you choose from a 36-inch blade to as low as a 24-inch blade, but they also have two different blade options, from a mid-grade to a heavy grade. When I initially got this from Cooper, he actually had a heavy grade blade with it. I believe this is a, let me see here. I have a 27-inch blade here from a different company. I think this is a 33-inch blade, give or take. And as mentioned before, a heavy grade blade is, well, it's going to be a lot heavier than your traditional blades, meaning that it's going to have a much more of a thicker wall. Some people will use these for duelings, but usually when it comes to a NeoPixel setup, I don't really duel with them. But that's just kind of like, I'm always cautious when it comes to all the little LED lights that are inside, you know, because these NeoPixel sabers, they're not cheap at all. I mean, I've seen some cheap options, but I mean, for the most part, they cost upwards to $110 to $180, and again, that's not a low cost indeed. So let me go ahead and insert. I'm using my smaller blade here just so I have room to swing it around and to kind of showcase some of the fonts that are on here before I take this outside. So let's go ahead and wake this up.
I'll never fall to the dark side.
The first 3 or 4 fonts that I have on here are actually some new fonts that I can't even press the button. There you go. Are some fonts that Kyberphonic has sent to me. He's actually doing this Old Republic care package type thing. So each week he's releasing a new Saber font. And then at the very end, once all these fonts come out, he's going to have a package deal. I think it's going to be like $100. That's going to have a ton of fonts. I don't know how many fonts in total, but it's going to have a lot of Old Republic related fonts from Revan and other characters related to the Old Republic, which is going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and activate the first one here. Now, of course, do keep in mind that my camera is going to register the blade a lot different compared to how I see it in person. So for me, I see it more yellow. The camera sees it as a yellowish white tone. So I'll try to hold it up every so often to my face so you kind of get a little bit more of a clear option. Maybe up here, maybe not as much. I mean, there you go. You can see the reflection, see? I guess people were right when they said that reflection, you could see the true color of it. Interesting. I guess I should have like a mirror back here now. Let's go ahead, and again, if you want to cycle through the fonts, you have to hold down this little button here.
Sound bank selection. I am Bastila Shan.
And then you can go ahead and cycle.
Exit menu.
So this one is going like forward, so we're just going to go ahead and click this one.
I am Bastila Shan.
We were just on there.
I am Juhani.
So here's the next one.
I do not approve of this. This is not how a Jedi should behave.
Now what's cool too about Kyberphonic fonts here too is that for these different characters that he's doing, he has a side folder where you have a lot of different character quotes. So instead of me using the blaster sounds too, I could incorporate quotes instead, which is pretty neat. So I might do that on and off maybe the next time that I showcase these. You have that little sparkling sound to it. If you hold down the little button, it goes into the saber lock. Some other sounds there. And I'm trying to remember, it's been a while since I messed with CFX. I believe if you hold it down, I think you go into a music track. Yeah. So there you go. Copyright. Let's go ahead and hold this down.
Sound bank selection. I am
Darth Revan.
Darth Revan. When I get to the part where they're connected outside, I'm probably going to have it to where one blade is purple and the other blade is red. I think that would be perfect for that font. Anyways.
Dark Lord of the Sith.
This guy also has a lot of different fonts. Not fonts, but quotes that I can't wait to put on here. But let's... So this one's the purple one here. So there you go. Purple. Nice sounding font. All right, next up.
sound bank selection. Darth Malik.
Darth Malik.
This is but a taste of the dark side to whet your appetite.
Some really cool ones. Yes, I know it's green. I should have, I think, red. But some really cool sounding fonts here. Can't wait to add these to a Profi Saber as well. Let's see, next up.
Sound bank selection. Darth.
If you're gonna face Maul, you'll need these.
Now you guys know this one. This one's the Ahsoka one.
Obi-Wan was right. You are difficult to kill.
So this one I actually have set as orange. I know my camera already picks it up as orange, but there you guys can see the reflection over here. I decided just for the Ahsoka one, let's use a orange blade instead. And I really love this sound. I think this is probably one of my favorite sound fonts. The Commander Tano from Kyberphonic. Those are just like you're using the Force. Alright, next up.
Sound bank selection.
If you're gonna Skywalker.
Maybe I should practice.
So this one's the Dark Saber. So this one has a an effect on there, which I'll show you guys how the effects work in just a second. I came really close to hitting that camera.
You're not fighting with a simple blade as much as you are directing a current of power.
So I know this one's a little bit hard to hear.
It's heavier than I thought.
Your thoughts, your actions, they become energy. They flow through the crystal as well and become a part of the blade.
I really like that moment in Rebels where Kanan was teaching Sabine how to wield the Darksaber.
Sound bank selection.
Let's see what this saber can do.
Which one was this one? I think this is one of the Star Wars video games. So again, great sounding one. I believe I put a cool one in here. One second.
Sound bank selection.
Let's...
Here we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and select it. Kinda like this one. So this is the 8-bit.
Robot fight like bacon.
So that one's I like that one.
Selection.
Let's see. Thought someone was watching me.
I am Kanan Jarrus.
So Kanan.
This party's over.
I'm never touching that thing again.
Ben Solo.
Go away! Anakin's
Die.
There we go. Ty. I like this one. And then let's go ahead and now connect the hilts together. I think I've showcased some of these long enough. Just want to kind of have a little bit of fun. Kind of get on that YouTube ad revenue. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so anyways, as he stated, you have this piece in the inside here, so you can use the bigger hex screw to make your adjustments, kind of like what's commonly used in the Darth Maul saber. But basically what you have to do is that if you do end up getting two and a connector, you have to first remove the pommel section, and then you can go ahead and connect the two. I recommend once you have the one in, hold it like this, where the tip of the emitter is facing down, so your obviously your chassis doesn't fall out. And then all you have to do is to line in the pieces. And mine is already adjusted, so I don't have to make any adjustments. But just like that, we now have a connected Sabertrio Vektra Lightsaber, and this thing looks great. So here is another look. So let me know what you guys think about that. Now, of course, if you are wielding this, you can easily remove the cover tech wheel if that's in your way. But what's really nice about this, because unlike the Darth Maul saber where you have a lot of those extra buttons that stick out, that sometimes gets in my way when I'm swinging that, and it always I always have to use extra caution when it comes to that one, is on this one, you don't have any of that extra stuff. I mean, again, you only have the CoverTech wheel, which can be removed if I wanted to, but even with the CoverTech wheels here, honestly, this is not in my way. I could easily swing this around, and I'm surprised I'm even doing this right now, because if this drops, it's going to hit my hard floor. But I guess we should test the balancing here. Oop, hold on. As you can see, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. So before I end off this video, I am going to be playing some footage where I'm outside swinging a double-bladed lightsaber. I do want to inform you that wherever I put the blades at, is that in that last clip there, I am using these smaller, thinner blades here. These are 7/8 blades. This does use a 1-inch blade. That's because, unfortunately, at the moment, I do not have two 1-inch blades of the same length. So I'm using these little pieces and stuff to make this work, just so you guys know ahead of time. But anyways, would I recommend Sabertrio? Honestly, yes. I think it's a great company, especially if you're looking for your first lightsaber. A Cfx lightsaber is going to be a good user-friendly option, and with the ready-to-ship sale, this is a perfect opportunity to snag one now, or maybe in the near future. Until then, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the footage, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next review.
Sound bank selection.
I am Bastila Sean. I am Juhani. I do not approve of this. This is not how a Jedi should behave.
Sound bank selection.
I am Juhani.
Darth Revan, Dark Lord of the Sith.
Sound bank selection.
Darth Revan,
Darth Malak.
this time you will not escape.
Sound bank selection.
Darth Malak.
What about that, Zep? If you're gonna face them all,
The doctor will do.
if you're gonna face them all, you'll need these.
I was hoping for Kenobi.
was right. You are difficult to kill.
Sound bank selection.
If you're gonna face them all, Skywalker!
Maybe I should practice some more first.
Take it. It's yours. Ignite the blade.
Sound bank selection.
Let's see what this saber can do.
The humanoid must not escape.
Sound bank selection.
I am Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight. This party's over.
Spectrum. Blade profiles. Spectrum.
Sound bank selection.
This party's over.
I'm never touching that thing again.
Ben Solo. Go away! Anakin Skywalker. Die.
Wherever you are hard to find. I know the rest of your story. I needed to see you. Who you are.
Spectrum. Blade profiles.